Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back. So now in this video I'm going to show you how can you install WordPress on your own computer if you do not basically want to buy a hosting, and if you do not basically trust the free web hosting. If you do not want to buy the web hosting, then I would highly recommend you to basically go with this one, the local method one. But if you want to go with the free web hosting, you can go with that. But if you do not want to go with that, then I will show you how can you basically install WordPress and run it locally on your computer. So basically, when you run WordPress on your own computer, and then this is the question that can you run WordPress, or can you transfer your whole WordPress website into the live server later on? Yes, you guys can do that. Okay, so this is possible. So now let's go ahead and let's see how can we work with this. So let's get started. First of all, we have to basically install a software that is called XAMPP. You just have to come here and you have to just go to the browser that you are watching. I would highly recommend you to go with the Chrome browser, but if you want to go with any other browser, you're totally good to go. So now you have to just enter this. You have to enter like XAMPP and you have to download it. So you have to enter like XAMPP download, and this is right here. It says apachefriends.org/download. So you can either visit this website as well. You just have to click this, and here you can see it says XAMPP for Windows, and here we have this XAMPP for Linux and XAMPP for OS X. So if you are using Mac, you can install this. If you're using Linux, you can install this. Or if you're using Windows, you can go with this. So let's just go ahead and let's install this. So I'm just going to install the latest version that we have. So make sure just to install the latest version that we have already here. So I'm just going to come here and I'm going to install this. I'm just going to hit download, and it says download success. So it will just download. I have to hit download, and you can see this is downloading this. So once this is done downloading, I will just open it up, and then I'll show you how can you just install it on your computer, and how we're going to work with WordPress and how we're going to install it. So stay tuned guys. And I'm just pausing my video, so I'll be back when it is done. And so here you go. You can see it is already done here. Here it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open up this file. So you can see this file will be open. Okay, it says XAMPP. I just have to just click yes. I'm running Windows 10 right now, so if you're using any Windows, it will work. Make sure that you are above Windows 7 or Windows 7. Okay. So you can see the file is being opened. We have to wait for some time, and this is coming right here. This is the company that basically owns this, I think. I don't exactly know. Here, it's just gonna give you an error, important because inactivated or deactivate. You just have to ignore it, okay? You just have to hit OK, okay? And then we have the Welcome to XAMPP wizard, okay? So what you have to do, you have to just click next, and here it's gonna take you to the new page, and here it says everything. So make sure that everything is selected. If you do not want to install anything, you can just uncheck it, but I would recommend you to make sure that everything is selected. You just have to just hit next, and here we have this. So here it says please choose a folder to install XAMPP. This is the recommended folder. Do not change it guys, unless if you do not have much space in your C folder, and then you can go with this. But since I already have it, you can see that I have so much. I have 87 GB, so I can just go ahead and install it. You just need like 2 GB, 3 GB, and that's all. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit next, and this is right here. I don't want to learn more, so I'm just gonna uncheck this. Okay, and I'm gonna hit next. So you can see setup is now ready to being installed, is installing XAMPP on your computer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit next. Then you can see this is unpacking files, and this is basically installing the XAMPP onto my computer, and I have to wait for some time till this is done, and when this is done, I'll be back. So I'm just pausing my video right now guys. So guys, you can see it says completing the XAMPP setup wizard. Okay, it says do you want to start the cPanel now? Obviously I want to start it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit finish, and you can see it's gonna open up a new window. So it says to select the language. You can select your language. I'm just gonna select this one. Okay, and I'm gonna hit save. So you can see this is right here, and it opens up a control panel that says XAMPP control panel version 3.2.2. You might be running the latest version. Okay, so now what we have to do is that we have to select this Apache and the MySQL. We have to just work with these two. These two are not necessary. Okay, you just have to come here and you have to hit start, and you have to hit start here as well. So you can see this is right here, and everything is totally up and running. This is running green, and this is running green as well. So now you can see that if I just come here and I just open this up localhost, okay, and I just hit enter, you can see that a new window will be open, and it says XAMPP, Apache, MariaDB, PHP, Perl, and everything is totally up and running. This page is coming. If this is not working properly, then you can see this says port 80. If I just come here and I just hit stop, and then I just come here and I just basically enter the local host here again, you can see nothing is opening, and it says the site can't be reached. This is why this is not running. So if this doesn't run, and if this gives an error, then what you have to do is that you have to change your port. How you have to change it? You just have to open up the file where your XAMPP is installed, like in the Windows C. You have to go to the XAMPP, and then you have to go to Apache, and then you have to go to config, and then you have to go to httpd.config. You have to just come here and it says edit. So here, how we have to edit it. I can edit this with Notepad++, but I want to show you that how can you edit this with like Notepad itself, since mostly people do not have Notepad++. So I'm just gonna go down, and here is the Notepad. So I'm just gonna open it up, and here it says it should be open. So you can see this is here. Now what you have to do, you have to just press Control and then F, okay, and then you have to enter listen. Okay, and then you have to hit find next. So here, this is selected. Now what you have to do, you have to close it, and then you have to go down, and here it says the listen-80. You basically have to change the port name to like anything else. So you have to change it like port like 01 or like 50. So if I just come here and I just change it to be like 8080. Okay, so let's suppose that I have changed this to 8080 because my XAMPP was not working. I had Skype installed or something like that. Okay, and then I go down, and then I also have to search for one more string, and that is server name. And this is right here. I'm just gonna close it now. I have to go down, and here it says server name localhost. I'm just gonna add it like 8080. And now I have to go ahead and I'm gonna save it. So I'm just gonna come here and I'm gonna hit save. This is saved. I have to come here and I have to restart the XAMPP. So I'm just gonna come here and let's just stop it, and let's just start it again. So here it is. You can see this is coming here. Now what we have to do is that we have to check if this is running. So now if this doesn't work, then you have to check it again, and you will see that it will work. So you have to enter like 8080. And here you can see this is how it is working. It says localhost :8080 /dashboard, and this is working totally up. If you have Skype installed on your computer, then this will create a mess, and if it is not creating a mess, then do not worry guys, you don't have to change it. But if you can change it, I would recommend you to change this to 8080 because it will help you a lot, because in future you might install Skype, and usually Skype creates these problems because Skype has a default port as 80, so that is why it just conflict with each other. But if you just change it to this, it is good. So now you can see that we are done till here, and now we have to basically work with the installation of the XAMPP. The WordPress. How we are going to install WordPress into it, because you can see it has created a server onto our website, like it is working as a website. Okay, you can see everything is totally up and running, and now I will show you how can you install WordPress in it. So now you can see everything is up and running, and this is totally okay. Now let's just go ahead and let's just go to wordpress.org. This is where you have to download the WordPress file. This will be downloaded, and then you have to upload it here. I'm going to show you how you can do this. You just have to go ahead, you have to hit download WordPress, okay, and it should be downloaded. So here it says WordPress 4.9.1. So once you download it, it should be there under your download section or compress, and here you can see it should be WordPress 4.9.1. So let's suppose that this is the file that has been downloaded. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make it here to the desktop. So now here it is. I'm just going to open it up, and you can see that here should be a folder that says WordPress. So what I'm going to do, instead of just taking it to installing directly, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hit extract here. Okay, this is the file that is being extracted. You can see here. So once this is extracted, I'm just gonna open up this file. Okay, you have to wait for some time. You can see this is extracted. I'm just gonna come here and I'm gonna open this up. And now here, I have to select all. And on selecting all this, I have to just click add to archive. And here I have to select zip. And I have to hit OK. So you can see all these files will basically compressed again. So you have to extract it. You have to just open up this folder and then you have to compress it again. And it says wordpress.zip. Okay. And now what I have to do, I have to open up the XAMPP folder where my files are. So I'm just going to go to the desktop. I want to go to this PC and I want to go to the files, C. And here is the XAMPP folder. So in the XAMPP folder, you can see that we have htdocs. This is basically the root folder or the main folder of our website. Okay, this is everything. This is where our every file is here. You can see if you open up the XAMPP, we have this. If you open up the Webalizer, IMG, and everything is right here. Okay, so here now I'm going to show you how you can work with it. So you can basically delete everything from here. Okay, and then you can install the WordPress in here in the root folder, but I will not recommend you. I would recommend you to basically create a folder here. So here you have to just go ahead and you have to create a folder. So this is going to be like a WordPress. So I'm just going to name it as WP, and here it should be here. So let's just go ahead and let's open the folder up, and I am going to just copy up this file, and I'm going to drag it there. So let's just open this up. Let's just come here to WP and let's drag it here, drop it here. So you can see this is right here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come here and I'm going to hit extract here. So you can see this is being extracted, everything. Make sure that you go to XAMPP and then htdocs. Htdocs mean the home page, home, index, text, or whatever. But this is the home page. And then we have a new folder. This is called the WP. Now we have to just delete this file, this wordpress.zip. We don't need this. So now you can see WordPress files are here. You don't have to change anything here, guys. Please keep that in mind, because if you change anything here, it's going to create a mess. Okay, until and unless you know the development. So now let's come here and now let's go to our website. So you can see we are currently here in the dashboard. If you just open up the localhost 8080, it automatically redirects us to the dashboard. What is the dashboard? If I just come here and I just go to XAMPP and htdocs, then you can see htdocs, we have a dashboard. So it is redirecting us to this page basically. But we want to go to the WP page. So instead of this, I just want to add WP. Okay. And I'm going to hit enter. So you can see this should be here. You can see that here I am in this WP-admin setup-config and everything. And you can see this WordPress is coming here inside this. So what this is that it says English United States. You have to just click continue and you will be taken to the new page, and it says welcome to WordPress. Before getting it started, we need some information on database. You will need to know the following items before proceeding. So it says database name, database username, database password, and database host. So what they are, guys, basically it says database name, database username, database password, and database host. This is basically the database. You have to create a database. How you are going to create it, you just have to go to localhost, okay, and then you have to enter php my admin, and that's going to redirect you to a new page. Okay, let's see how this is going to look. It is not working. Let's just stop it again and let's start it again. It is waiting. It is taking some time, and I hope it is done. Let's just come here and let's refresh. Okay. This is not working, guys. I'm just gonna come here. I'm gonna just hit stop. I'm just gonna hit stop, and I'm gonna close it right now. And I'm gonna open the XAMPP again. So let's just open the XAMPP again. Okay. It will create a mess, guys. It will create a mess. You just have to come here and you have to open this up again. And let's just start. And let's hit start here again. You can see it is running now. Let's just come here and let's refresh. Localhost. Okay, we have to add one thing. We are missing something, guys. We changed the port, so we have to add that. We have to enter 8080 here because we changed the port. Okay, we have to just hit enter and it's gonna work. Then it should work. I hope. Fingers crossed. Okay, this is working, guys. You can see this is right here. The PHP My Admin is working, and these are the database that are already created. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just click new here. Okay, and it's gonna open up a new database. It says database name, collation, and everything. You have to enter a database name. So my database name is going to be WP. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit create. This is my database name. Okay, and now what I have to do, I don't have to do anything here, guys. I don't have to do anything here. I just needed a database name. I just basically wanted to create a database, and the database is created. I don't have to work with it. I don't have to do anything here. I just have to come here, and then I have to hit let's go. Okay, so in the database name, I just have to enter like WP. Okay, and in the username, I have to enter root. So this is basically my username of this. Okay, different of the hosting providers set up the username. So when we will be migrating our WordPress website into a new live server, we'll buy the hosting. I'll show you how can you just migrate it and what is the username there. So this XAMPP username is basically root, and the password is nothing. You have to keep it empty. And we have the database host. It says localhost, and then we have the table prefix. So this says WP. What we have to do now, we have to just hit submit. And if you have entered the correct information here, then it will work. If you have entered the wrong information, it will give you an error. So let's suppose that I am entering a wrong information. I just enter a wrong username, and then I just go ahead and I just hit submit. You can see it says cannot select the database. Okay, if I just go back and then I change it to root. Okay, and then I just go ahead and I just hit submit. Key. You have made through this part of installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. You just have to hit run the installation, and here it is. You can see that here it says the information needed. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna enter the information. So the site title is going to be how to create a WP site. Okay, so let's suppose that this is my title. Okay, and then I'm going to enter the username. So my username is going to be Tanzil. Now I have to enter the password. I'm just going to hide it, and then I'm going to enter the password. And now here I have to enter the email address. So the email address is going to be itanzilrahman@gmail.com, which is my email address. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit install WordPress. So on just clicking it, you will see that WordPress will be installed and a website will be up and running on my website and on my this localhost server. And you will see that WordPress will be totally up and running. So you can see it says waiting for localhost. So once this is done and once everything is done, everything is totally created, I will show you how it's going to look. So you can see it says WordPress has been installed. Thank you and enjoy. Okay, so now what I have to do, I have to just go ahead and I have to hit login. So in the login tab, I have to enter the username. Okay, and then I have to enter the password. So okay, and now let's go ahead and let's hit login. So you can see that we are here in the WordPress admin tab. Here we can just manage our WordPress. You can see that WordPress is totally installed. If we just come here and we hit visit site, then this is our website. So you can see that this is the root folder that we installed WordPress on, and you can see this is the title that is coming, and this says just another WordPress website. It says hello world, it says welcome to WordPress, this is your first post, edit or delete it, then start writing, and everything is up and running, guys. So you can see this is how it works. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching this. And if you can now just basically work with the WordPress, you can install themes, you can just go on, you can just move forward with Udemy, this Udemy course. Okay, you can just learn everything, and what I am doing on the online server, you can do exact same thing on the local server, guys. Okay, so then you can build your website, and once your final project is done, I will show you how can you migrate your WordPress this website into an online server where you can just buy the web hosting and then work with that as well. So stay tuned, guys, and in the next video we will be working up with the settings of WordPress website. I'm going to explain you everything about the dashboard, that what is dashboard and everything, and then in the last lectures, so when you will learn everything about WordPress, when you will build so many websites with WordPress, I will show you how to migrate your WordPress website. So stay tuned, guys, and bye-bye.